offensively because of his skill set. He understands our offense, and he can do a lot of things. So, you know, when you have a guy like Braxton, and he's made the commitment to this program to stay for another year and help us in any role possible, we're trying to find ways to use him to help us win games and help him. And he's a hard worker too, and a good kid, and very team oriented, and so we're just trying to find ways that he can help us make plays.
And what was it like for the last couple of weeks with the offense not performing the way you wanted?
Well, it's frustrating because everybody assumes that, you know, after 7 months you just pick up where you left off, and that isn't the case. I mean, there's new pieces on the coaching staff, there's new pieces on the offense, and you know, so things change, and you're never the same, and you have to earn your way, and you have to develop a team and every season is different. So nothing we did last year is helping us win any games this year. It's all based on what we did in the offseason, what we did in summer, and what we do to grow as a football team moving forward. So we all understand that. I mean, that's not necessarily what everybody else understands, but we get that as coaches, that you don't pick up where you left off. You start from scratch and build a new team, and we're in that process.
Where do you think you are in that process?
On an upward climb.
Do you think the offense is where it needs to be going into Big Ten play? You know, non-conference is done, 4 games down, as far as the progression?
I think that we have room to get better in all areas, but I think we started to see some things come together today that were exciting, and I think if we keep pushing, that we'll be where we need to be when we need to be there.
Nick said he thought he maybe was wondering a little bit about the receivers and making explosive plays and getting separation, that kind of thing. Did you see more of that today than what you had? Or?
I mean, I haven't watched the film, but from what I saw on the sideline, yeah, I thought we had some separation and we had some shots down the field that we just didn't quite hit them, but we made some plays. We made a few down the field. So yeah, that's where we want to continue to develop. With the speed we have and the skill set there, you know, try to make some plays down the field in the passing game and back the support players off the secondary off a little bit. It helps Zeke pop out of there a little easier.
Ed, on y'all's running plays last year, Jeff Hireman might have been as good a blocking tight end.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a missed piece in our offense that we're trying to develop. Nick Vanette and Marcus Ball to become, but Jeff Hireman, I mean, I've coached 32 years, Urban's coached 30 years, and neither one of us have ever had a tight end like that. So, I mean, you know, he was special in terms of what he added to the run game. So,
were you getting reports? Were you seeing Nick kind of setting a hard edge out there a few more times today than maybe last week and stuff? What were the reports?
Nick's getting better. I mean, Nick's getting better. I mean, they're not the same guy. Nick is not Jeff Hireman, so they're different, and that's where, you know, the pieces are different. You know, there's other receivers that, you know, we lost Evan Spencer. You know, we lost Devin Smith. I mean, we have different pieces, and they do different jobs in different ways, and you just have to figure that out. You know?
What was this past week like for you behind the scenes, where y'all are trying to figure stuff out?
It's challenging.
How would you describe the week?
Yeah, you know, it was one that you know, we've been through. Coach long enough, you've been through rough weeks. It wasn't a week, you know. It was challenging personally, but we have great kids. We have good coaches. You know, we all work together. We all stayed focused, and we just took it one day at a time, and we vowed to correct the things we could and take a step forward and improve, and through hard work and no finger pointing and just, you know, teamwork, and coaches just lock yourself in the office from 6 till midnight and grind and find a way to figure out how to take another step.
I know you even asked this already, but what does jet tempo do for you guys? Kind of went to you a little bit more this week than you had in weeks past.
It just helps you get in a rhythm. It gets the defense a little bit disoriented. We have well-conditioned guys, and it just helps you move the pace along. Helps you play faster. Helps you be in attack mode.
You think it's a key to your success today?
One of the keys, yes.
Hey, Chase was talking about maybe 3 or 4 plays where he ended up getting beat one-on-one, and that was part of that was because he was trying to guess what his guy was going to do. How do you maybe get a guy like Chase to play more reactionary instead of trying to play that mind game and figure out what the guy's going to do before the ball snaps? Yeah,
I think that comes from experience, and I think we have to just get him settled down a little bit. Yeah, you don't try to outthink the guy across from you. You out-react him and out-technique him, and those come from experience. And when you see that, you know, I think he had a couple issues, so those are things we got to correct.
Well, when you watch Braxton in the Wildcat, I mean, I think he had 4 carries today for like 12 yards and stuff. It's not. What do you think is missing there right now, Ed? As you look at the last couple 3 weeks since the spin and sprint.
Just we have to be creative on how we position him in the Wildcat, and we have to keep people off balance and not let them just be predictable.
Yeah.
So we have to evolve that.
Where do you think this offense is in relation to its ceiling?
I think and I hope it's a long way from its ceiling, but I think it's headed in the right direction.
What makes you say that?
Just watching them play today and watching our guys compete and watching them practice this week and their mindset, and a lot of good kids in that room that played a lot of football here that are very anxious to play at a high level. And they have a lot of pride, and so they work hard, and we have to help them go where they can't take